Here's a quick introduction to how to use Pixlr E. The first thing we're going to always want to do is the easiest way to start a picture is to get your backgrounds first. So I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to look for some mountains. So I go in, I'm looking for mountains, and I go to get images, I click on images. Now, when we're looking for a background, we want to make sure that the background has a very high resolution or a very high pixel count. What that means is that these numbers here in the bottom left corner are over 1500. We don't want anything under 1000. It's too small to work with. So we're going to look around and we're going to find one that has a really high pixel count. 6000 by 4000, that might be a little bit too much. Here we go. 3000 by 2000, that's a really good size. So to get this picture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it. So you can't right click over here because what will happen is you'll just get the thumbnail, which is a small version of the picture. You have to open it over here, right click, save image as. So I'm going to save it to my pictures folder. I'm going to call it mountains. Okay, so now that I have my mountains, I'm going to go and I'm going to open up my mountains. So I'm going to go to Pixlr. I'm going to open image, go to my pictures folder, and go to mountains. And again, I pick a high resolution, so full HD is good. Boom. So now I have my mountains image. But now I want to add something to it. I want to add another picture to it. So for this example, I'm just going to look up Godzilla. So I go, and if I want an image, again, I click on images, and I find a whole bunch of images. But the problem is, these images all have backgrounds, and I don't really feel like erasing the background at this moment. So to fix that, what I'm going to do is go to Tools, Color, Transparent. And there we go. All of these images do not have backgrounds. So I'm just going to pick one. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. Pinterest tends to have downloading problems, so I'm just going to go with something here. And it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to grab this one, save image as, and save it to my pictures folder again. Now, I'm going to go back to Pixlr. Now to add Godzilla onto this picture, what I have to do is I have to go to Layer, Add Image as Layer. And then I click on my Godzilla, and there we go. Now I have Godzilla here. Now what's cool is I can resize him, I can rotate him, and if I look up here, I can flip vertical, I can do a whole bunch of different things. So now, also if you really want, if you switch from aspect from fixed to free, you can actually shrink him, make him fatter, make him skinnier, do all sorts of fun things. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to leave him here, and again, I can move him around to whatever I want. Now, there are a whole bunch of other tools you can use in Pixlr. You can use lasso. If you look here on the left-hand side, I highly recommend that you play with a bunch of those. I'm just going to show you a couple things that are useful right now. So one of the most useful tools is the Magic Wand tool, and I'll show you what that does in a second. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add another image. So Layer, Open Image as Layer. Then I'm going to grab Barney here. Now, Barney's got a problem. He's got a big white background that I do not want. So a way to get rid of that background is to use the Magic Wand tool. So I grab the wand select, I click on the white background, but wait, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Because over here on the right hand side, you've got these things called layers. So when you're working on images, you have to make sure that you're working on the right layer. Right now I'm on the mountain layer, but if I want to work on Barney, I have to click on Barney's layer, which is this one right here. So I click on that. Now I can click on Barney. So I click on the outside and you can see he's completely highlighted, and I press backspace. And it works, it deletes the whole image. I undo. Now, how this particular wand tool works is it goes by color similarity. So if the colors are similar, it will select it all. So if I try it on the pink area here, it's going to get a bunch of it, but not quite all of it, as you can see. To make it so that it's closer, you have to play with this thing called tolerance, and that allows it to get more, allows it to be more tolerant of different colors, so the colors don't have to be as similar. Okay. So those are things to think about when you're trying to edit images. Now you can also use the eraser tool. So if I have to use the eraser tool, I highlight the area first that I want to use the eraser on, and then I can use the eraser tool to erase different parts. There are a whole bunch, again, I have a whole bunch of different tools. What I highly recommend is that you go and you play with as many things as possible. Give it a shot, try different things, add different photos, play with all the adjustments as well, because there's some really cool stuff like filters. So I can make Barney, I can add some noise to it if I want, so it looks grainy. I can do add some exposure, posterize, desaturate. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do, and it's a lot of fun. So again, try things out. If you want Barney to be pixelated, try things out, play with different tools, see what you can do. Okay, and I'll post something a little bit more advanced later. Thanks for watching.